Hey everyone, welcome back to another session of the Relaxing Fertility Yoga sponsored by the Fertility Partnership. My name is Julie Elot Grace, and I am coming to you from my home where there are a couple dogs and a couple cats that sometimes do make guest appearances and also sometimes make a little bit of noise. If they do interrupt the practice at any point, see if you can just allow it all to be part of the present moment, part of just being here now and accepting life as it is. Just as a reminder for everybody, and also in case anyone is new here, my invitation to you is always the same, which is to practice with kindness to your body and to yourself. Sometimes it can help to imagine that you're treating your body, you're treating yourself like you would one of your best friends or one of your most cherished loved ones. So maybe consider that for this practice. I'm just going to pause this for a second and let the dog into the kitchen. Already it begins. Okay. Other important things to say. These classes are designed so that anyone currently undergoing the IVF process will be safe in these sessions. That being said, these sessions are for both men and women. And yeah, what else to say? Yes, one last thing to say. So when we're talking about the benefits of certain yoga poses, the Western science on this, when we like to dissect the body into different moving parts, we don't have studies that necessarily say, okay, yes, for certain, this pose definitely does this, this, and this, because the thing is, the body is an organism. And so we have a general idea of what can be beneficial and what can be harmful, of course. But the thing that I really always want you to take away from this is that you are taking this hour to nourish yourself. You're taking this hour to nourish your body, to slow down, to breathe a little more deeply. And in fact, that is one of the best things that you can do for yourself on a fertility journey, to reduce those stress levels and to actually, in a way, forget about the fertility journey. Just take this hour for you. And not only is this good for your body, but it's also good for your mind. So, and of course, they're so deeply connected. So again, of course, again, the things that we do for this class, they are safe and they are believed to be beneficial, many of these things regards to fertility. But the most important thing for you to take away is that this is time for you to nourish yourself and just drop in a bit more. Okay, so we are going to start with a centering and breathing as the dog shows you her bum. So guys, yeah, I know some of you really enjoy seeing the doggies in all of their glory. So there she is. Okay. So we're going to start with that centering and breathing. So you can either sit or lie down. For those of you that have been working at a desk most of the day, or if you've been driving, basically if you've just been sitting most of the day, please do consider lying down. You can lie down onto your back with your knees bent. You can also grab any props that you might want to use. So if you like using bolsters or blankets or blocks, if you're a seasoned yogi, please always feel free to use any of those as you see fit. And if you're sitting, try to just sit up nice and tall. And if you are lying down, just again, get yourself comfortable. So find what feels the best to you. Okay. And then take a few rolls of the shoulders, whether you're sitting or lying down. So take an inhale and roll the shoulders up. Oh, and then exhale them down and back. And again. And one more. And then just relax the shoulders down. Relax the hands either facing up or down, up for receiving energy or down for grounding energy. And close your eyes. And take a few deep inhales through the nose, with exhales sighing or blowing the air out of the mouth. And just do that as many times as you need. But when you're ready, just come back into the natural rhythm of your breath. And then notice your breath. Notice where your breath is landing in your body. Notice how it feels. Is the breath shallow? Is it deep? And whatever you find, just practice noticing without judgment. So there's no need to label this as good or bad. It all just is. It's all just part of the now. And start to soften through your face. Relax the brow. Relax down along the corners of the eyes and the corners of the mouth. Loosen the jaw. And take that same awareness down to your hands. Relax through your fingers. Relax through your palms. And if you're hearing external sounds, so Zoom is pretty good about filtering out the external noises on my end, but one of my dogs is maniacally digging in some sofa cushions. So if you can hear that, see if you again can just let it all be vibration. So not good, not bad, but just part of the present again. And likewise, any external sounds on your end, whether they are coming from outside of where you currently are, or whether they're even in your house or in the room where you find yourself, see if you can just, again, let it all be vibration, everything part of being alive here and now. And then take your awareness and I'd actually like you to begin the practice this evening in an energy of gratitude. So, in your mind, I'd like you to take the next minute or so to start to create a gratitude list. And it doesn't matter whether you're grateful for things that you perceive as big or small, material or immaterial. Just allow yourself to free flow with this. So take a moment and again, in your mind, just start to create this list. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for right now, today, in my life? And again, just take a minute to start to fill up on that feeling of thankfulness. And start to bring that gratitude list to a pause. And then bring your gratitude to your breath. And start to deepen the breath through the nose. Inhale through the nose and take the breath down into the belly so that the belly rises with the inhale. Exhale back out the nose and feel the belly roll back towards the spine. So we inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And then start to deepen your breath further. Inhale through the nose, fill up, belly, ribs, chest, expanding all the way up through the inhale. Exhale back out the nose, chest, ribs, and belly contract. So we inhale, expand all the way up, and exhale, contract slowly all the way down. And if you're newer to pranayama or yogic breathing, this particular breath is known as a Deerga breath. And this is one of our foundational or basic breaths within pranayama. So if you're newer to this, just stick with this for now. For those of you more familiar with pranayama, with yogic breathing, you might try coming into an Ujjai breath now. Or if you don't know what it is, but you'd like to try that tonight, we can do that too. So the Ujjai breath is very similar to the Deerga breath. It is that expansion, belly ribs, chest, and the contraction, chest, ribs, belly. but it's with a constriction in the epiglottis, which is at the back of the throat. And I think one of the easiest ways of thinking about this is if you were going to hold your hand up like it were a mirror and you wanted to fog the mirror, you would open your mouth and you would into into that mirror to make it fog. And then if you were going to reverse it, which is kind of uncomfortable on the throat. However, it's that constriction in the back of the throat, like the fogging and unfogging of the mirror, but rather than breathing through the mouth, you breathe through the nose. So I'm going to get closer to my microphone, but I don't know whether Zoom will filter out the breath sound or not, but we'll try. So what we do is we take that very slow inhale up, and then on the exhale, it's slow down. And I was being a little more forceful with it than I usually would be, just because I'm trying to get the sound into the microphone. And because I did that, at one point, there was a little vocal cord action. As you're learning the Ujjai breath, you might occasionally get those little kind of sounds with the vocal cords activating. But the idea is that the vocal cords are not involved here. Okay. And if this just doesn't feel right to you right now, don't worry, just give it a miss. But otherwise, if this serves you, definitely go ahead and try that Ujjayi breath. It's a deeply calming breath. It's a way of bringing warm air into the body and even starting to internally warm things up. That's one belief about that particular type of pranayama. So let's take about 5 to 10 more breaths here, whether Dirga or Ujjayi. And start to mentally ready yourself for movement. And just in your own time and in your own way, draw some movement back into your body. So just let yourself stretch, roll around, yawn, sigh. Just do whatever would feel good to you right now. And then from here, let's start to come up to standing. So just take the next minute to slowly bring yourself up to standing, but just come up however feels good to you. So be creative, be expressive, be playful. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. And then when you come up to standing, I'd like you to bring your feet to a hip distance stance. So you're just going to square your toes forward at hip distance. And then from here, take an inhale and lift your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, release down. And again, inhale, lift. And exhale down. And then one more inhale, lift. And then this time as you exhale, I'd like you to take your hands together and bring them out in front of you. So your palms are coming together there. Okay. And then you're going to inhale and open your arms wide to the sky. And then exhale, take your palms back together. Inhale, take your arms wide in a diagonal arching through your spine. And then exhale, take them back together. And then inhale, go the other way. Exhale together. And then again, we're going to inhale, dive wide. And exhale together. Inhale, diagonal. Exhale together. Going the other way. And one last set. Inhale, dive wide. And exhale together. And when next you dive wide, just hold it there for a moment. And on your next exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Hang your head, hang your arms, coming into Uttanasana, into a standing forward bend here. And then exhale, bend your knees and curl into a little ball there. And then inhale, take the fingertips to your shins, roll your shoulders back, come into a nice flat back with straight legs. So we inhale there. And then exhale, bend your knees, curl into a ball. And again, inhale, fingertips to the shins, roll the shoulders back, flat back, straight legs. And exhale, start to bend your knees. Again, curl into a little ball. One more. Inhale, fingertips to the shins, roll the shoulders back. And then this time, keep your legs straight as you hinge forward from the hips and hang the head and hang the arms. So we're getting that stretch from the heel all the way up to the back of the neck. Now, you'll notice I'm not locking my knees back here. Don't worry about, try to avoid that actually, because long-term that can cause problems actually for your lower back as well as for your knee. So it's okay to have a little soft bend there. It's not a deep bend, but just a little soft bend. And it's fine if your hands are dangling in the air or if you put them on blocks instead, that's all fine too. You have to find always what's right for you in this moment. And then I'd like you to take your hands onto your elbows. So you're just cradling the arms there. And then sway a little bit side to side. Getting those extra stretches on. And then inhale, come back through center. Release your arms down. Bend your knees again. And slowly ragdoll your body all the way back up to standing. So my plan for you for this session, we started with gratitude, and we are going to do quite a few things to open up through the chest and open up into the back. When we do things like this also helps us to breathe a bit more deeply. And even that act of taking deeper breaths is physiologically beneficial for the body. So see if you can practice with that intention of joy and of thankfulness. If you're just in a really bad mood and you're just like, I am not grateful for anything right now, that's okay too. Okay. Like, honestly, it's okay, because we all have those moments, and to try to push those things away is actually far more detrimental than to just be annoyed or to be angry. Okay. But if you can practice gratitude and joy in the session, go for it. And if you're just in a really crappy mood right now, or if you're in a lot of pain about something right now, be with that too. Okay. So it's just be with it. Okay. So feet are still at hip distance. We're going to inhale, take the arms up. And then I want you to exhale. Release your left hand down and bring your left hand into your waist, just under your ribs. And you're going to inhale, lift that right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, start to push in and lean across. So you're taking a variation on Ardha Chandrasana on a half moon. This is helping us to open up through the intercostal muscles between the ribs. Again, a pose that helps us breathe more deeply. And inhale, lift all the way up. We're going to exhale and swap to the other side. So you're going to press in and up under the ribs. Inhale, lift that arm. And exhale, tip it across. Take a few deep breaths here. And inhale, bring it all the way back through center. Take that right hand up. Now we're going to take Tadasana, which is the foundational standing pose. So the feet are at hip distance, arms are up into the sky. We are going to sink the shoulders, open up through the chest there, and just take a few deep breaths. Imagine that you are inhaling all the way down into your feet, connecting yourself to the earth. And as you exhale, whatever you're carrying in your body that no longer serves you, if you're holding on to stress or frustration, imagine that you're just exhaling that right on out. Take another breath here. And then taking this a little further, I want you to draw your palms together above your head. And I want you to reach your arms up and slightly back, just opening up through your chest. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to bend your knees, and you're going to exhale and ski jump down, and you exhale, ha. Okay. So we inhale, take it up into that slight back bend, and then we exhale, ski jump it down, ha. And we're going to start doing this more quickly, but take it at your own pace, take it how you need. And also imagine that you're just releasing whatever you no longer need or want, or just anything that might be built up for you right now that you don't want to carry anymore. Just imagine releasing it to the earth, and the earth knows how to compost things. So don't worry, the planet's fine to take that from you right now. Okay. So we inhale. Few more. 3 more. And last one. All right, and then inhale. Reverse all the way up to the sky. Oh, and exhale, release your arms. Take them all the way down. All right. From here, so feet are still at hip distance, all right? And we are going to shift the weight a little bit now, foot to foot. Your heart rate might be up, but just let it, that's fine. Shift the weight now into your right foot and try to find as much of a balance across the foot as you can. So ball, side, heel. And then use your right hand to counterbalance. If you struggle with balance at all, please feel free to find a wall or some support nearby that you can use. That's always fine. Okay, and then we're going to bend that left leg and take hold of it into the left hand. Try to avoid letting this knee form a party all of its own out to the side. Try to keep the legs towards each other. And then inhale, lift that right arm up to the sky. If this is enough, stay here. If you want to take this further, hinge forward from the hips and then reach that left hand out like you want to shake somebody's hand with it. Right hand out, sorry, like you want to shake somebody's hand with it and lift that left leg up and back behind you. And just keep breathing into this. Heart is open. So again, working on those chest openers, on those heart openers. And slowly start to tip yourself out, release that foot down, and then from here, take 3 cleansing breaths. And then bring yourself all the way back to standing. Okay, all right, guys, sorry for the funny angle on that because obviously I walked towards the camera. I had to pause the recording. So this is actually a not normal pre-recording. For those of you that are new, usually we have the sessions together live on Zoom and then I add them to YouTube later. But because I'm going away for a few weeks, I'm pre-recording it at home with no audience, which I actually find really strange. and one of my dogs was making noise and that's why I paused the recording and now she's making noise again. So I'm gonna step towards it one more time and then we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so now we're going to shift the weight into that left foot. And again, I want you to find the weight as evenly as possible across that foot. So across the ball, the side, and the heel of the foot. Use your left hand to counterbalance, or again, feel free to find a support for yourself if that feels better to you. And then we're going to pick up that right leg. And again, try not to let that knee just form its own party there. Okay. And then swing your left arm up to the sky. And then exhale. Hinge forward from your hips. Reach that left hand out. Lift that right leg up and back behind you, feeling the stretch through the quadricep, opening up through the chest there again. All right, and then inhale and lift all the way back up. Release that foot down. This time we're going to take one inhale, lift the arms. Oh, and then exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Take the hands down towards the ground. And then bend your knees and come down into a squat. All right. Now, from this squat position, we're going to take a traditional yogic squat, malasana. So you have a few options here. You can either be up onto the balls of your feet. For some people, this is the only option, as going flat for some people actually would break the arch of the foot. So always know that just because one person does something, it doesn't mean that you should be able to do that, because we all live in different bodies. So whether you're up on the balls of the feet or whether you're down on the soles of the feet, either's fine. If you're struggling with this, please feel free to put a prop under your heels. Okay, so you can put a rolled up mat or a couple blocks or cushions, anything that might feel better to you if you feel a bit off kilter here. Okay, all right. Then we're going to take the elbows, push them against the inside of the knees. Try to push evenly between them. We don't just want knees, because then we get all sad turtle. And we don't just want elbows. It's a different type of weird sad turtle. Okay, so elbows and knees pressing against each other, palms pressing together. Roll your shoulders back, open up through your chest. Breathe. And taking it a little further, take your right hand down towards the ground. The microphone's blocking it, but the hand is coming to the ground, and it's on the inside of that leg. And then we're going to inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky, and you can follow that with your gaze. And then exhale, take that hand down. And we're going to swap. Again, it comes to the inside of the leg. It feels very intuitive for many people to throw it back behind the leg. It comes inside the leg. And then we're going to inhale, lift that left arm up. And often one side feels a little different than the other, because we usually have imbalances in the body. So know that that's normal if that happens to you. Okay, and then exhale. From here, very gently, see if you can let yourself fall down onto your bottom, or if you struggle to fall back onto your bottom, help yourself down onto your bottom. And then we're actually going to come down onto the back here. So from here, just start to keeping your knees bent and feet on the floor. Bring yourself down onto your back. Oh, and take a moment just to sigh out. All right, and then from here, bring your feet to a hip distance stance and just walk your heels up to your bottom as close as is comfortable. Okay, no need to wrench on your knees. And then we're going to push through the feet, and then we inhale, we lift the hips, lift the pelvis, taking them up towards the sky. Try to avoid letting the knees go wide. We will do something where we do that, but to start, we squeeze and lift. And likewise, we're not squeezing the legs together and dropping the bum down, because then we're kind of missing out on the pose. Okay, so we're squeezing the glutes, lifting up, and then interlace your fingers and walk your shoulder blades together under your back, under your spine, sorry, next to your spine. Okay. Just breathe. And then carrying on with a little bit of hip work, I want you to take your knees out to the sides, rolling into the edges, outside edges of your feet. And then you're going to exhale out the mouth and draw the legs back together up into bridge. So we inhale, go wide, exhale. So this is great for the lower back, great for the hips. Keep it going, keep breathing. And let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. And then exhale. Unwind your arms and take your back all the way down to the earth again. Oh, just take a moment just to sigh out there. And then walk the soles of your feet, walk your feet towards each other. And then let the soles of your feet come together as your knees tip out wide. So we're coming into a supine bound angle. Now, if this feels like it's too much on your lower back or too much on your hips, we have some really easy modifications that we can do at home. So my feet are a bit filthy. I'm gonna wipe them on my rug. And this is recorded, so this is totally evidence of me doing this. Okay, so one of the modifications that we can do is we can come up next to a wall and we can place the soles of the feet together on the wall. And then you don't have to have as deep of a bend, or you can be a little closer to the wall and have a slightly deeper bend of bend might not be the right word, opening, a slightly deeper opening of the legs, okay? So this is one really lovely modification that is very easy to do. And if you don't have a wall, you can also do it on a sofa or on a chair, anywhere where you can just find some stability for the feet. In fact, doing it on a sofa could be really comfortable, okay? So whether you're on the ground or you're using a makeshift prop, I'd like you to take about 5 to 10 breaths here. And in this pose, there is a lot going on. Your heart is open, your hips are open. Oh, and just notice how you can feel in this pose, or how you feel in this pose. Take a few more breaths here. And start to draw your legs back together. If you're near a wall or another prop, scoot yourself away. Then draw the knees in towards the chest and hug your legs. Just take a moment to sigh out there. And interlace your fingers over your right shin. Take your left leg up into the sky, flex that foot, and then start to draw that leg all the way down. Oh, so you're just taking this lovely knee to chest pose. And take a few deep breaths there. All right. And then release your hands and take that right foot and bring it down to the ground. And then from there, start to tip that right leg out to the side so that the sole of that right foot comes against your extended left leg. And take your hands up and interlace your fingers, pointing your index fingers and your thumbs so that you have this little starter pistol. Draw your arms down to the sides of your head. And just take a few deep breaths here in a supine tree. Again, really opening up through the body. And inhale, reach those arms back up to the sky. Bend that right leg back up. Make any adjustments you might need to make for your lower back. Draw your left leg in, interlace the fingers over the left shin. Flex the left foot. Right leg comes up into the sky. We flex that foot. And we take that leg down. Oh. Okay. Start to let that left foot come back down. Lift your arms up, interlace the fingers, point the index fingers and the thumbs. Draw your arms down to the sides of your head, and then let that left leg tip out to the side with the foot coming into the right thigh. And roll that leg back to center. Then just unwind your arms, and you can snow angel them down to your sides or just bring them there however you want. Bend up your other leg, adjust your back however you're comfortable to do so. And then from here, I'd like you to take just about 2 minutes just to move in any way that would feel good to you. So if you're practicing with somebody else at home, don't worry about what they're doing. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just drop into your body, into your awareness, and take a couple minutes just to, again, move in any way that would feel good to you right now, which might just be being here flat out. Or again, it might be movement. So just take these couple minutes to yourself. start to bring your movements to a natural conclusion. And then when you're ready, put any layers back on that might have come off in the practice, or grab a blanket if you'd like. And just start to make your way down onto your back. And relaxing at the end of a yoga practice, and in fact, sports science shows us that even relaxing at the end of any type of physical activity, even those few minutes, helps the body to integrate the movements more, and also helps the body to repair and heal more quickly versus if we just ran off to the next thing. So the relaxation isn't just some fluffy thing that we do, okay? So just start to bring yourself down again onto your back. And you can either have your knees bent, or you can let the legs extend and splay. Just relax your shoulders there too, however you're comfortable. And when you come down, close your eyes and just sigh out a few times. And then just allow yourself to begin to melt down onto the ground. And as you relax here today, I'm going to do something I've actually not done in any of the sessions before, which is I'm going to play a little music. And the music I'm going to play is a track for the heart chakra. And I know for some people that sounds really silly, but we're learning more and more about sound therapy and how different organs and different glands have a range of frequencies that they tend to fall within and resonate with. And I've seen firsthand how people can respond to this particular track. It's I can put the name of it in the description on the YouTube page. So there is a way you can find it for free. So yeah, I'm going to play this track, and or at least part of the track because it's a bit long. And I just want you to let yourself go wherever you go. Okay, just allow yourself to flow off or stay with gratitude. Okay. Start to just bring yourself back. Start to deepen the breath. And draw some movement back into your fingers and into your toes. And gently roll to one side. Bring yourself all the way back up to seated. And when you come back to seated, just take your hands into prayer in front of the heart. And again, take a moment to bring in a sense of gratitude for your body, for your life, your light, your practice, your ability to move and to sense the world. And then gently bow, honoring all that is, just as it is. And thank you all so much for coming here for this session today. The next two sessions after this will also be on YouTube. I've only managed to get this one recorded before I leave. I'll be in Greece. So next week, I think, is going to be a partner yoga session. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean romantic partner, but if you do have a partner that will do it with you, that would be great. My Antonio, who will be with me in Greece and who actually composed this track, he'll help me, he'll demonstrate with me. But if you have a romantic partner that's not interested, that's okay, or a life partner, whatever you want to call it, you could grab a friend, or you could grab a family member, or if you just don't want to do partner yoga at all, you can also access the backlog of classes, the back catalog, of classes that we've done already. So, and do that instead. And then the following week, I think will still be on YouTube, but I think that will be a session really for the hips again. Okay. So I hope you all are well, and please take care, and sending you lots of love always. Ciao for now.